Hey guys, at BV Matson here. Let's start taking a look at all of the rubber parts. We need to restore this stuff, all right? And this stuff is dirty. Look how dirty this stuff is. We need to clean it up and we need to treat it all as well. So, little tip, stay organized, okay? So what you want to do is get yourself some little trays like this, okay? Little trays that you can put individual pieces in. Now, this was very easy because, again, we've been bagging all the parts and labeling all the bags. All right, so we've got a lot of different pieces going on here. We've got our fork ends, we've got, rear fenders, we've got front fork, we got all kinds of stuff here. So we really want to pay attention to what's going on. So I really like these kind of compartmentalized little boxes because what we can do then is just make ourselves a little chart. Make a little chart, put a little label on it, and then when we are cleaning all this stuff up, we're going to know exactly what it is. Now, obviously, some of the parts are pretty damn obvious, right? But not all of them are. I mean, you start getting into little nuances like this one versus this one. Who the freak knows what the difference is on some of those? So highly recommend getting yourself kind of compartmentalized and then make a little cheat sheet, basically, for what's going on. Let's get to the first step in cleaning up all these rubber parts. We got quite a bit to do. We got the gaiters to do. We got the airbox connectors, battery thing there. And then we've got, all the rubber mounts for the rear fender, the gas tank, the air, the side covers. We've got the swing arm. There's a lot of little pieces there. So first things first, we need to start cleaning this stuff up. Let's get the grit and grime off of it. Basically soapy water. Use some Dawn or some dish soap. And let's just start dropping some of these bigger parts into the water. And we'll start cleaning them up. Literally, just clean them with soap and water before we go to step 2. All right, we're just kind of working our way through some of these parts, knocking off some of the grime and the grit. If any of you have a fork ear cushion, I'm going to need one. I'm going to have to go find one. Thought I was all done with parts, and I totally forgot that part was all messed up. I've got a few problematic pieces here and there, but overall, it's all going to be fine. I'm not going to get too ridiculous about it. But again, all we're going to do is work our way through each one of these parts, knock the grime, knock the dust off of them, because we're actually just going to treat these things with one of my favorite things coming up here in just a little bit of Armor All Original Protectant. We're going to get these things feeling real good, probably better than they've felt in 40 years, right? So, yeah, I'm just going to keep on cleaning really little parts. I guess I'll just go back to time-lapse mode, but we're still cleaning parts. I mean, some of these parts are just absolutely filthy. Imagine if you were one of these parts and you were getting a bath for the first time in 40 years. That's the kind of positive energy that I feel right now. It's like, hey, guys, welcome back. Let's clean you up. Yeah, you might just be a little seal that holds my rear fender in, but you know what? You're important, and we're going to spend some time on you. It truly is a, one piece at a time kind of a deal. I'll actually let that one soak for a little while. That one's pretty dirty. This one, too, man, you're going to spend $15, I think it is, to buy one of these new mounts if you don't have one. So, man, if you can save as many parts as you possibly can, that's a huge win. I'm also spending a little bit more time on the parts that I know are visible. So a lot of these little, bushings and stuff, they aren't even visible. You'll never see them once the bike's all put back together. But this, you're actually going to see. So I want to spend good time on that, clean this stuff up, make it look as good as possible. I can't wait to get some moisture back in to what's going on with this. Let's see. I almost put that one back in the wrong spot. That would not have been good. Let's see. It was 1, 2, 1, 2. Tank. Oh, yeah. It was in the right spot. I'm all good. You know what? The cheat sheet comes in real handy. All right, we're back. Just went and changed out my water. I'm going to let these gaiters actually soak a little bit longer. But what we're going to do next is we're going to grab the Armor All. And what I really like about having the little, the little boxes full of little parts is that the Armor All actually, you don't have to use a whole ton of it to get to what you need. Some of these bigger parts I'm not going to worry about too much. First things first, let's just dry this stuff off just a little bit. Oh, I forgot my battery tray. Let's drop that in there as well. And it's also a good time just to inspect any parts to make sure that you're in good shape. So on some of these smaller parts, all I'm going to do is lay these out flat in the bottom as good as I can get them. I'm just drop in some magic stuff here. All right, just let them soak in. It's not going to hurt it any. Throw a little bit of Armor All in each single one of these, and we're just going to rotate them and let them enjoy. Again, it's just like a little spa treatment for your different parts, and it's going to be fantastic. All right, so there you go. Here's our Armor All, and remember, we're going to be able to reuse all of this stuff anyway, right? We'll be able to just dump it right back in the bottle. Figure one bottle gets about a bike done. So now I'm going to do is I'm just going to get these submerged, and I'll come back and rotate these just a little bit every now and then. But yeah, let's get these things, protected and hydrated. All right, so we got our bins. They're soaking. We're going to put those aside a little bit. Now, some of these bigger parts, we're going to have to do these by hand. There's really no way around it. So go ahead, go grab yourself an old sock or a rag or whatever, and let's treat some of these parts as well. Again, be real liberal with it. Let's get these things kind of a wet coat on them. Again, we want these things, especially like these are your air filter passageways. We want these to be nice and malleable, if you will. We're just gonna keep treating stuff, getting the stuff ready to go back on the bike. We're getting really, really, really close. So just on each one of your parts, let's get a layer of protectant going on them. Let's take good care of every single part already. You can see, these are looking absolutely fantastic. I'll just let these kind of breathe out. Not going to spend a whole lot of time, wiping this stuff off. I'm just really putting it all on. Nice thick layers. Let's hit all the parts. All right, and while we're waiting for all these parts to deal with it, let's take a look at some Evaporust progress here. Just for illustrative purposes, I went ahead and dropped my sprocket in this stuff. See any difference there? I've done this and this section of it. That's what it looked like. That's just overnight. Came down and rotated it, so I'm actually going to dump it into the other side, so I'll clean off the sprocket a little bit more. But again, that's a really good illustration of what Evaporust can actually do. What else did I have in here? Oh yeah, my foot pegs. These were all grimy and gross. Oh, this top wasn't in, so I'll have to leave that back in there as well. What's going on? Foot peg. This is mostly just grease. This isn't even just rust on this, so these actually just need to be cleaned up. Those can probably come out. But again, it's good to note too, Evaporust is not hurting, any of the rubber pieces that I'm throwing in this stuff either, so that's good. What else? So I threw a petcock in here. I actually ordered a new one, but I've got this. It was really, really rusty. Looks almost freaking brand new now. Look at that. I bet I'll be able to rebuild this bad boy. No problem. Cool. Here's this rubber thing. Just going to see if Evaporust even helps it. And then I do have my brake pedal in here as well. I'm going to have to rotate this. But if you remember, this was really bad and corroded, and the rust is all gone. So it's through the chrome, which is fine. This is going to be up against the bike. From that angle is what people are going to see, and from that angle, it looks absolutely fantastic. What else do we got in here? Oh, wow. These actually came out. These were black. I got a picture of these. Evaporust freaking saved these collars. How's the other one look? Where's the other one? Damn. This one's not quite as bright. I think it just needs to be rinsed off. These are going to work just fine. Man, considering where they came from, man, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm not going to need to buy new ones of those. Sweet. Love it. What else do we got in here? Oh, yeah, I threw this bracket back in there. That's still looking good. Threw these covers in. I'm going to have to probably paint or do something with these. Totally through the chrome. Gonna be looking for a new points cover. This one's great. This one came out great. This one was pretty, had a lot of surface rust on it. That's good, but sadly, I don't know if I can deal with that. I can't deal with that points cover. This is the side of the bike. Let's see, it was laying down. Yeah, this was the one. That was the exposed side, I believe. Here's the other part of the bracket. That's all good. God, I love digging through evaporust. I think I just got a bunch of odds and ends kind of bolts in here. I actually just dropped these in there, but damn, this thing. Okay, it's a pile, right? It's really, really ugly. But yeah, I took a picture of this before I dropped it in evaporust as well. So another huge improvement there. Some nuts and bolts. I think that's pretty much all that's in here now is just nuts and bolts. Yep. I'm going to let that stuff sit. I'm going to drop this back in. I'm going to flip this around to the side that I missed. So that needs to sit in there like that. These are good. I think everything else I should be able... Oh, the sprocket. So I'm going to drop that in there. Then I'm going to do the other side of the sprocket. But again, how freaking crazy is that? Bloop. Let's drop that back in. Let's do all sides of the sprocket. Get that totally covered and get that good as new. All right, let's go back to the parts. Go back over on the desk. Since I got these out of the evaporust, I'm just going to lay it on thick onto my front pegs here. Let's get these protected a little bit. Again, lay it on, nice thick coat. We'll just let this stuff soak in. These are going to look, damn near brand new. You can put these on. It's going to be great. And good to go. I mean, honestly, guys, this is all there is to it to cleaning these up. It's one piece at a time. Let the stuff soak in. These pegs are actually in really good shape. Really excited about that. And then it's time to start diving into one of these parts at a time. And again, let's just reach in, grab one, give it a nice wipe. Keep an eye on the rag. See how dirty the rag is. If the rag's super dirty, we're not clean yet, right? So just kind of work each individual part. Wipe them down. Yeah, like this. Beautiful. Look at how beautiful that is. Damn yeah, I could throw that in a Ziploc bag and sell it as new old stock. There you have it, guys. I'm just going to let them air dry here for the rest of the way. Quite a difference from what they looked like before they went in. Look at those seals. Everything. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty on this thing. Look at how nice these pegs came out. They actually got a shine to them. Air filter box, that came out great. That's going to look fine. Our clamp, everything looks absolutely fantastic. All I'm going to do is, dump this stuff into a container and put it back into the box. But I'm just going to let these kind of air dry here for a little while. I'll probably wipe them down with a paper towel here in a little bit. The gaiters, those are filthy. So those are getting another soak. This is like the third time I've gone through them, and dirt just keeps coming off of them. So I'm going to keep working on those, but eventually they're going to shine just like all of these other parts. It's not hard. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, please subscribe to the channel. It means a lot. Thumbs up the videos that you like the most. Also follow along Instagram and Twitter at BVMatson. I can't stop looking at this stuff. We're bringing parts back to life, guys. One piece at a time. Have a great day.